Hello guys, today I'm going to show you the schedule of the class. As you can see, this class is scheduled to be 45 minutes in a real classroom, but we don't have a real classroom right now, so I'm going to explain more or less what it's going to be. So obviously the area is English and the course level is 6th grade. So we're going to go step by step showing you what is going to be and how it has to be when you give these kind of classes. So, um, first one, you can identify vocab and expression related with activities and celebrations and also cultural events. And you can identify using the vocabulary in English, uh, also by easy expressions in English. Okay, the name of the teacher, that's my name, so I was gonna start with this. The evidences. People can be or can use the vocabulary in English festivities or cultural days. Use simple sentences and also participate in different kind of celebrations. Okay, the general description or the of the this topic of this scheduled class is they are focused into students around 12 and 13 years old with the objective of the comprehension of the vocabulary in English about festivities, about holidays, about cultural events in uh, other countries, right? So the topic is cultural events in English. So this is the introduction. So the next activity allows the student to know many different kind of cultural activities in other countries, not only in USA but in English spoken countries. So maybe we can have some activities from England, from Ireland, from Scotland. So you will see around the world. And also it's important to teach the English, but it's important to teach the culture of the country. So this would be like this. Okay, so we can address to the children like, hey, it's time to learn. We are gonna learn about the festivals and festivities in English spoken cultures, so we can take advantage of that. The next page. What am I learning? Like, how do we describe the festivities or the holidays in English? Um, we have some vocabulary that we're gonna show. Look, we have some images about Christmas, about Halloween, about Independence Day. So yeah, we can start by telling them the name of the holiday. Maybe it's Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving, or the Independence Day of each country. And the place where it's celebrated. It's celebrated in Colombia, USA, or maybe in many countries or all over the world. So we can play with that. We can go our way. Uh, Typical foods people eat, and we can say many different kind of foods that they have in these celebrations. For example, Christmas is really popular. The turkey, in Colombia also there are many different kind of traditional dishes. So we can variate and we can change depending on the country and the elements, the music, the colors, the dress, the tradition. So we can play with that. So now we can give them the vocabulary, the key vocabulary about that celebration, culture, food, customs, parades, music, gift, family, and traditions. So we can give them exercise about maybe choosing a holiday around the world and describe it. It's celebrated in, for example, Ireland. People wear green dresses and people eat hot dogs or drink beer or drink soda, and people do parades with this St. Patrick theme and all the stuff. So we can play with that. And the next one. So we can make them like a small project about teams. We can say, hey guys, let's gonna team up in 3 or 4 students And we can, as I told you previously, we can say them that they can make a celebration. It could be local celebration. It could be from an English spoken country. So they can make a poster, they can make a presentation about that. So this is really good for kids to start developing the culture and the vocabulary. So really important. So then we have some samples of the holidays and festivities of festivals around the world. The carnival and also the Chinese New Year. We have the celebrations in India. We have celebration in Mexico, in the US. So it's many different kind of things. The next thing, the next thing will be the evaluation criteria. So we can give them a chart and they have to put an X in that. So, like with basic things like what do we learn? I participate. I give support to my classmates and who collaborates in the presentation, who makes the most, etc., etc., etc. So we have different kind of levels on that. The next thing is the criteria to evaluate. So we can make this. I have the criteria, I have the levels, excellent, average, and low. So we can play out with that. The next thing is, again, what do we learn? That is the criteria of evaluation. So that is the thing. And I believe we finish on that. I hope was of your like it, but it's a really good topic to talk about with students and with other kind of people, all the ages. So it could be like that. So the idea of the class is has to be dynamic. It has to be really good. We can start with the greeting. We can start with talking about that, giving a little bit of context about that. Then the vocabulary. Then we come with the activities, we come with the images, we come with the videos. So a really good class to start speaking and start uh, developing vocabulary for the kids. So I would do it like that. I would divide it in three moments: the start of the class, like giving context, giving the images, the develop of the class is like giving the sentences, giving the vocabulary, giving the phrases, giving all that and checking it out. And the last part of the activity is like the final presentation and also the criteria. We have to give them feedback every time. So guys, I hope you like the presentation. That is my class. I don't know you have to do with students or no, but this is basically the best I can do with my half because in the university there is going to be like a closer of the page, so we cannot make it until the 8th, so we can send this homework today for. So guys, I hope you like it and I hope I have a good time with this. So bye.